What is up, enchanters? Today we have a complete Disney Traditions by Jim Shore Ornament collection. Now, y'all have been requesting this video for quite some time. Hey, I'd like an index of some sort, a checklist of every Jim Shore Disney ornament ever released. JP, can you share it? Can you share it? And for a long time, y'all know I was in the process of moving. They were all boxed up. It was a hassle. And then Jim Shore created this stunning display, which, by the way, is available on my website. It is incredibly massive. It stands at over 8 feet tall, including the little topper. It's part of Jim Shore's Heart Creek line. Again, you can go check it out. Link in the description of my website if you are interested in it. It's incredibly massive, and we're gonna dive in. Now, before we could show you all of these beautiful details, I wanna give you a reminder. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be a part of our collective. It only takes half a second. Also, ring that bell to get notified every time we upload content every Monday and Thursdays. And again, click the link in the description to follow us on socials. And if you found value in this video, give this a thumbs up. Comment below, do you own any of these or any of these on your grail list? We're gonna talk about the history of these ornaments and all that fun jazz. I first want to talk about this display stand. I know for many of you collectors, looking for an ornament stand is very difficult to come across. And I will say this piece is quite large. So it is in diameter, like in circumference, it is about 3.5, almost 4 feet wide. I like to say it's a solid 3 feet wide. So 3 feet wide. And it's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers, so it has 9 rings to it. Though the bottom layer I think is a little bit unconventional to put ornaments and have them so low to the ground. So that's something you want to bear in mind as well. And it does come with that Jim Shore branded logo topper. Now, this is a store display unit. I do sell them. The intention of these is for us distributors to have in our retail locations. Though I think I desperately needed one for the holidays, right? Now, what's really fun about this feature is that it does rotate. So each layer does rotate. So that's really exciting as well. So those are some of the fun specs surrounding this piece. Also, I forgot to mention, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Don't forget, when you subscribe at a 2,000 subscriber mark, one lucky viewer will be receiving a $100 shopping credit to our shop. So how exciting is that? So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with this series first. So here we have the 3-part series. Now, you can't ask me for the names of this series because I don't remember off the top of my head. So I'm just gonna show you the series and what came in each of those packs. So in series pack 1, in this series that we're gonna discuss, we have the Santa Mickey, Minnie, and the Donald Duck. And isn't he just absolutely adorable? Super cutie. This was part of a 3-pack series, and these typically retail for like $50 for the 3 packs. You can find this in the secondary market for under $100 still. So it still can be found. Again, don't ask me for the name because I do not have the actual unicorn box. It's the only way to discover the name, and I don't have that information on me. That's all packed in storage, and I'm probably never going to see that box ever again. So following that, we have one of my favorite ornament sets. This was not as popular with many, though it was incredible. I absolutely loved it, and it was this 3-part series as well. It was a 3-pack. And it was the bolt ornament. So you have Mickey and Minnie, you have Daisy and Donald, and lastly, you have Pluto and Goofy, and they were just super stinking cutie. Surprisingly, you could still find these in the secondary market. These also retail for about $45 when they released, quite some time ago. You can find them still for like under $65 in the secondary market. So those are those two. Now we're gonna move on to one of my favorite sets, which is the sledding set, the ski set, sorry. So as you can see here, we have on the ski slope, we have the Donald and Daisy. Part of that series as well, we got Huey, Dewey, and Louie. How freaking adorable are these? They're freaking precious. They're so cute. And last but certainly not least, we got Mickey and Minnie. These were one of the last sets I needed to complete my collection. My ornament collection was like the second to last that I got prior to completing my collection. a little challenging to come across. In the secondary market, it retails for about like 150, 185 is what that three-piece set retails for. Obviously, when it launched, it was about $45. It's become quite challenging to come across. And again, those three come in the same set. Then we have one of the OG ornament sets. This ornament set was released exclusively here in the States for retailers. And then Costco actually made about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Costco released these, and you had an opportunity to get them in a second wave. Obviously, it was the second edition, not as expensive as the original. But then again, if you don't have the box and you're collecting them, who cares? It's the exact same piece. There are no variations to them. So this 5-part wreath series has Donald, Goofy. It also has Mickey and Minnie, and of course, Pluto, so you get the Fab Five in that. Now, I do want to make an honorable mention before we continue, and I did want to showcase with you all this particular set. These were actually the original first 5 ornaments ever made, and it's the Donald, the Minnie with the holiday pie, the Pluto as a reindeer, Santa Mickey, and the Goofy with the presents in these unique stands. So these are the original ones. They each retail for $25 when they first launched. Those were the first ornaments Jim Shore ever made for Disney Traditions. Now, those are the only ones I don't have on this display stand because they already have their own display. Fun fact about those is that they did a reprint on them, and they ended up being released in a just like many of these, in a round ornament box, and you could have gotten them as a set as well. So there was 2 ways to get those. Those have gone up in the secondary secondary market. I don't quite know what they retail for. I do know that this set right here, the remake that came out for Costco, retails for about like $125. The original one retails for over $200. As for those, as I mentioned before, I don't quite recall because it's been a while since I haven't seen them. Now, following that, in another round ornament, this was another one of the very first ornaments Jim Shore made. He made 5 iconic Disney characters in this round ornament box, and it is none other than Tinkerbell. Now, when this box released, it was $60. Dumbo. We got Dopey. We got Jiminy, and we got Mickey. So all 5 of these came. Now this one also has, it's not challenging to come across, but it has gone up in value. It's about $125 for that box. You can find on the secondary market. Following that, we have this wreath, and we're going to go by a little quickly. We have this wreath collection right over here, and this wreath collection was part of a 5-part series as well. It was a very, very flat box. At the time, it wasn't difficult to come across. I have noticed that it has become challenging. By the way, I'm not sure, can you notice that sunset? I just noticed how beautiful that sunset looks. Oh, you can't tell with this camera, but it's an orange, gorgeous sunset. Anywho, so, squirrel moment. So we have, in this 5-piece set, now this set retail, I think, for like $30 for all 5 of them. You get Mickey. You also get Dopey, you all know he's my favorite Disney character. Jiminy, Tinkerbell, and Minnie as Mrs. Claus. Super duper cutie. It has become a little bit more difficult to come across this. I believe it retails for a little under $100 now in the secondary market. Now, following that, we have the Tinkerbell set. So this was a 3-part set. It's gone up in price. It retails for almost $150 for the 3-piece set, and it is this cute Tinkerbell. You also get her with this beautiful ribbon, and lastly, sitting on this wreath. By the way, this display stand does come with all these hooks. Up to 2, you can hang up to 200 ornaments, but if you add your own hooks, you can add even more ornaments if you choose. And there is Tinkerbell. Super duper cutie. Part of that wave as well was the Toy Story wave. Came out the same year. We got the Toy Story wave, we got the Villains wave, we got the Nightmare Before Christmas wave, and we got the Tinkerbell wave. And they were all part of this 3-part series. And except the Villains, that one had 4. Here's the Toy Story one. One of the rare ornament collections and incredibly sought after. And huge announcement, Jim Shore will be partnering again with Pixar, and we will be seeing in the future Disney Pixar pieces. So they are working on those licenses, which are really exciting. So here we have Buzz Lightyear, followed by Buzz. We have none other than Woody, and look at the mixed media with all of these plastic holiday lights. He looks freaking adorable. And we have the alien. How freaking adorable is that? Super stinking cutie. And the other set that I had mentioned was the Nightmare Before Christmas. So here we have Sally, Zero, and Jack. Now this set is incredibly rare to come across. It retails for over like $225 in the secondary market just for those three. The Toy Story one also is about almost like $185, $200. The Tinkerbell, you can get lucky, maybe get it for like $125 to $150. Following that, we also have this 3-part series, which is Winnie the Pooh. We have Eeyore. Here we have Tigger. And we have Pooh. Now this series released for about $50. You can get it for a little under $100. If you're lucky, about $85 right now in the secondary market if you were curious. All right, so next we have I believe this is a 9-part set, and it is none other than Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in this beautiful round box. Now this piece initially launched for $85. It retails for well over $250 now in the secondary market. It's a beautiful box, 9-piece ornament set box, and with it you're going to get Snow White. You're going to get the poison apple, and it's a winter scene of the cottage. How beautiful is that? Also, it says the movie title on the back. Absolutely precious. Following that, we have the Seven Dwarfs, and they all have a different aesthetic to them. So here we have Sneezy with a poinsettia, and he's clearly allergic. Here we have Doc looking at the Christmas wish list. Here we have Sleepy he's my favorite of them all, with hot cocoa and a batch of cookies. Super stinking cutie. Now, by the way, this series they actually did in Europe only, not here in the States. They did sell them individually in individual packs. What is more expensive is the original 9-piece ornament box. That was the first edition, if you were curious. Wait, they also have here with Mistletoe, we have Bashful. How freaking darling is that? We have with a Lump of Coal, we have Grumpy. We also have Dopey, my favorite, with an ornament and peppermint candy cane. He's just so stinking cute. And last but certainly not least in this series, we have Happy with a wreath. Super stinking cutie. Next we have what most would consider the most expensive ornament set from Disney Traditions, and it is the Pinocchio 5-piece set. This set is incredibly rare, very challenging to come across. This set launched for about $65 when it launched. It retails for well over $250, $285 to attain this. You are going to get the Blue Fairy. You're going to get Jiminy. You are going to get Pinocchio, which he's so stinking darling. You're also going to receive Cleo and Figaro, which again, I love. This is my favorite ornament of them all. And of course, you're going to get Geppetto. And this is like a full scale of him with this bag of toys for Pinocchio. It is just so freaking beautiful. There's no doubt why this piece is so incredibly sought after. It was very limited in its run. It only released in the States, and it is very rare to come across. Following that, we have just similar to the Snow White set, we have the Beauty and the Beast set. Now, this set, I believe, is a 7-piece set. So it comes with a total of 7 pieces. And you are going to get Lumiere. How beautiful is that? You're also going to get Cogsworth. You are going to get Belle. we're going to receive in this set Mrs. Potts and Chip. Obviously, Beast. And again, there's like this little mixed metal rose gold detail here on his cape, and he has this holiday cape on. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to get the glass dome, the Beauty and the Beast rose glass dome. So you do get that glass mixed media, which I think is beautiful. And last but certainly not least, the castle. The ornament of the castle. I think this is just absolutely breathtaking. This piece is the most expensive. I think right after the Pinocchio series, it's the second most. It usually typically retails, again, when it came out, it was about $85, $100. It retails now for about $250 to $300. It's very difficult to come across. We also got in that series, we got Cinderella. So this Cinderella series right here is only a 5-piece ornament set. And with it, you're going to get the fairy godmother. We are also going to receive the castle. Absolutely gorgeous. This piece, by the way, I think this set sells for about $150 is what it retails now for. You're gonna get Jack and Gus, and I just love that they're hanging by their tails. It's super stinking cutie. You were gonna get the pumpkin scene, and the pumpkin scene has the carriage with both of the coachmen. The back will have the Cinderella movie title. It is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And last but certainly not least, we're also going to get Cinderella. And she looks darling. We also have, as I mentioned before, quite possibly one of the rarest pieces as well is the Villains ornament set. So this is the 4-piece Villains ornament set. It comes with Maleficent, Cruella. We also have Captain Hook. And last but certainly not least, the Evil Queen. Absolutely beautiful. So now we're going to move on to the last 2 bottom layers. Really excited about these. Let's go ahead and crouch down here. All right. So we have this 3-piece series, which is a Frozen. Now, they did have these. You could have purchased them individually, not as ornaments or as ornaments. So this is the ornament wave, which is Baby Anna, Olaf, and little Elsa. Super stinking cute. We also have, I'm going to do this now while we're here. These came out exclusively only to the UK. These were released back in, I like to say 2020, early 2019 actually they were released. It was a total of 6 ornaments exclusive only to the UK. Incredibly rare. Shout out to my girl Jess who got these for me. I would have never gotten them without her support. And we have the Cheshire Cat. Now these initially each retailed for $15. Obviously there's so much more expensive now in the secondary market. They were not only exclusive to Europe, but they were exclusive to certain retailers. So yeah. If you want to attain these, one of the best ways to do so is join Disney Avengers, the Facebook group Disney Avengers. I've always shouted them out. There are a few retailers still in the Netherlands that do carry them. We also got Zero in that collection. We got Dumbo. So stinking cutie. We got Jack. And I lie, it was a total of 7 pieces that came out in this series. One moment. We got Sally. And I love this because she has the Deadly Night shade in her hand. I just love, 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 love that. We have Mickey in his head in a wreath, and then we have Minnie. So those 7 were exclusive to that wave. They're exclusive only to the UK. Very, very, very rare. Next, we had this series right here, and it is Belle and Beast. Now, this is part of a 2-part pack. They also sold these individually. The more expensive is the first edition, which is the 2-part pack, which you got Belle and Beast, and you also got Aladdin and Jasmine on the flying carpet. And then the other wave, in that same wave, we got Ariel and Eric, and we got Rapunzel and Flynn. This series in general is very challenging. If I have to say so myself, it's a bit challenging to come across. And last but certainly not least, we have the Snowflake Princess series. So it's a 5-part. It came in a 5-part pack, and in it you got Rapunzel, Cinderella, you got Belle, you got Aurora, and you got Snow. Also a very inexpensive set. When it came out, it was about $35 when it came out. You can still find this 5-piece set for under $85 in the secondary market. And now we're down to the final layer. Now, here we have, it's a 6-piece ornament set. And it is these Mickey ears in different rose mulling designs and geometric shapes. So it comes with this green one. You got this blue and purple one. In this series, we also got these, what looks like a peppermint one. It's this red and white. We got the green and red with a little bit of blue in the center. Let me zoom in a little bit more here so you see it clearly. And lastly, we got this purple one, which is this purple and blue with a little hint of red as well in it. Now, that was a 6-part series. That one, when it first launched, was $60 for the 6 of them. You can purchase it for a little under $120 now in the secondary market. Hasn't gone up too much. Hasn't doubled just yet in price. Following that, we have the Nutcracker series. It's a 3-part series. This one's quite difficult to come across, which you're going to get the mini ballerina. And again, it is active. It does have like a Nutcracker feature to it, so the mouth does open. Again, it's a novelty. It's not an actual working Nutcracker, so do be mindful of that. As you can see, the mouth opens and closes with the back hinge. You're going to get the drummer, not the drummer, sorry, the soldier, Mickey as the soldier, and you're going to get, as the Mouse King, you're going to get Donald as well. So those are those 3. We also have in that series, another series that we have is the sledding series, which is a 3-part series. So in this series, there's Goofy on a sled. This series in particular is a little challenging to come across, so do bear in mind it's not the easiest to come across. We have Donald and Pluto in this 3-part series, and we also have Mickey and Minnie. That series released for about $50 quite some time ago. It's become more challenging to come across, and typically retails for about like $150 in the secondary market. Then we have Mickey throughout the years. In this, it came with a 5-part. It's a 5 pack. Was quite common to come across not too long ago, but as of like the last 4 years, it's become a little challenging to come across. This series came out the same time the Pinocchio series came out, and they very limited in its release as well. This piece again retailed for about $65 when it launched, $75, and now retails for close to about like $180, $185. It's become challenging. You're gonna get the Sorcerer Mickey. You're gonna get this Western Mickey. And the UK ended up selling these individually in their own packs, if you were curious. Steamboat Willie, because initially they were not released in Europe. They were exclusive only to the US in that 5-pack. You got the traditional Mickey, the modern day Mickey. You got the band orchestra Mickey as well. So those are the 5, and the Steamboat, if I didn't mention that. Those are the 5 Mickeys in that series. Following that, let's go this way. Next, we have the Glitter series. So this series right here is very challenging to come across, and it is quite rare to come across. Very limited in its run. We have this glitter, as you can see, it's this glitter detail hat and skirt mini. Super duper cutie. It's part of a 3-pack series that retailed for $50, $60. You got Pluto as an elf, again with the glitter details. And then you also got Mickey, again with the glitter details as well. Super duper cutie. It is a difficult set to come across. It does retail for about like $125, $135, $140 in the secondary market. Then we got a 3-pack series, and it was this it's like this this like ugly sweater series, and it was Mickey, Goofy, and Minnie. Very, very, very rare to come across this series. It was incredibly rare to come across. They retailed for about $40, but sold in the aftermarket for like $150. Were very difficult to come across. Thankfully, in 2022, Costco, more so Costco in the States got it, but very few of them, but more so Costco in Canada had a huger shipment and allotment of this piece. Costco made the same series, but in 5 pieces. So not only did you get those 3 pieces, this was again last year, you also got a brand new, exclusive to the Costco set, this Donald. And you got the Pluto with the glitter that we saw earlier, but you also now you got him without the glitter as the elf, which again is exclusive only to the Costco set. So those 2 were added to the series, and that again retailed for about I believe it was $75 for that ornament set, but goes for about $125 now in the aftermarket. So it already went up by $50 because again it wasn't they didn't make excess amounts of them, but they did but again it was manufactured last year. So not the most difficult to get, but I rarely have ever seen it go up for sale. So definitely a great opportunity if you do want to get those, to be a part of some Facebook groups. And there you have it. That is the 9-tiered layer Jim Shore holiday display and all the ornaments. I'm curious to know which one of these you own, which ones are you missing, which one of these are your grails. I know this has been such a highly requested video, and I definitely would like to know if this supported you in identifying and creating a checklist for the ornaments you're missing and which ones you still get to add to your collection. And comment below if you've completed and checked them all off. I'm really curious to know as well. So once again, enchanters, don't forget to hit that smash button, subscribe, comment below, give this video a thumbs up, hit that bell to get notified, go check out our website for everything Jim Shore and collectibles related. And thank you for being a part of this collective. It means the absolute world. Over and out, enchanters. Keep collecting, and until the next one.